you see, Mr. Grover, how does one look at this particular story? This is a story about a balance. This is a story about urban planning. This is a story about the vendors that are there. No one is disputing that pedestrians deserve clear footpaths, but the Vendors' Act needs to be brought into place. And now tomorrow, Bengaluru is going to witness that city-wide bandh that the vendors are observing. Where is this story going? It started on the 1st of July. A lot of pressure on the GBA as well.
Well, Kabir, good evening. And, you very rightly said it, the fact that it is one side you have the livelihood issues, and on the second side you have the safety of the citizens. And this is something where we need to discuss. And, the way we are discussing this now, very clearly this is a discussion that is going on across the city as well. Now, we've seen over 300 deaths of pedestrians on busy streets because the footpaths, which were their right, for which they paid taxes, were not accessible to them. And it's not just the street vendors. You have shop extensions, you have darshanis running practically on footpaths, you have illegal setups which have been made over there. So it's not just the street vendors. Very clearly, the crackdown that is happening, and we're seeing it in the last 7-8 days, is against all these big malls, complexes, plazas, which have taken the footpaths in front of them as a taken for granted space. So either it's a slope or it is steps, which are obstacles, and those are the ones that were targeted first. Now, also,
but we don't see that in the visuals. We don't see that, Mr. Grover. We only see the hawkers that have been pushed away, their kiosks being seized. Is there action that's been taken on this kind of encroachment by the big malls, by the big buildings?
Yes, indeed. And that's something where, I think so. The messaging was very clear that it's not just the street vendors, it's also these businesses which have taken up. The tendency of late had become that you make a basement, so you put half the staircase onto the footpath down and half the staircase on top to the mezzanine floor. So that was what was the biggest obstacle. Now, all these have been given timelines to, clear up. And the biggest problem that Bengaluru has faced is the BBMP's laxity of work. And that's something where we saw that solid waste management. You have the construction debris, which had been strewn around. People just drop their old sofas on the footpaths and they go away, and nobody to clear them for weeks together. So all these things are being targeted. You have abandoned vehicles. There are about 1.5 lakh abandoned vehicles which find no buyers at all. So they're either in litigation or they are stolen vehicles which have not been claimed back, dotting the city. So all these have been given a deadline of 10th of July.
So basically what you're telling us is that the problem is quite serious. And the problem is not alone of the hawkers, but then the Street Vendors' Union, the Street Vendors' Association, they're mounting up a legal battle. I was reading 5,000 rupees from each of those hawkers, at least in Malleshwaram area. People have also submitted money. You're saying that they're doomed to fall because all the arguments that you're placing, the GBA and the government is going to place the same in front of the Honorable Court.
Certainly, because also the fact is that, while only 20% of the roads have been told to be vendor-free, 80% of the side lanes, the by lanes in the Malleshwaram area are accessible to street vending. Also, the government has given provisions for people who live in the Coxtown area. There was a vegetable market which was built about 5 years back, but there was a reluctance to go back and occupy the space which the vendors were given, because they feel that they can do better business on the street than in the designated place. So there is, fault at every level where implementation is something that needs to be done. And D.K. Shivakumar yesterday has very clearly specified that he would be setting up hawking zones where these people can run their businesses. It's not just targeting the livelihoods, but the fact is,
but the Street Vendors' Act, sir, the Street Vendors' Act, I think that's going to come in handy for the for the hawkers associations,